What's up, guys? You know who it is. Marcus J. Jackson with another episode of Live Life. All right. This is going to be Live Life number 60. Five things to help you get through tough times. All right. Five things to help you get through tough times. I know a lot of times we are in these situations and we literally feel like that there is no way out. And we have to resort to either just living with these situations, no matter how bad they get. We figure, this is something that we're just going through. I feel like, if I was going through some of the tough times that I've been through, I would want a platform like this to reach out to, or somebody to go through some things, that's been through some things that I could bounce ideas off of, or, just have somebody to talk to, or, maybe just to even listen to somebody, which is one of the main reasons why I do the whole Live Life series. All right. Got the resources inside. So, nope. Cancel that. Enter. Okay. I talk about a number of things, but particularly this month, I focused on domestic violence, and last month I focused on suicide awareness. So if you are in danger of hurting yourself or someone else, please call 911. Or if you need to speak to some experts, please call 1-800-273-8255. All right. They also have a suicide prevention lifeline.org. It's a chat line. That's a 24/7 chat line. They are available. They have resources there that they can refer you to, point you in the right direction, and get you the help that you need. All right. Domestic violence hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE, SAFE, or 7233, 1-800-799-7233. And the website is www.thehotline.org. All right. So there's plenty of more resources on there as well. If you want to contact me, definitely reach out at Marcus J. Jackson at hotmail.com. You can also reach me at 469-626-7486. I'm available there as well. If I don't answer, please leave me a message or leave me a text message. I always answer my voicemails, and I always answer my text messages. So it may take me a minute because I am a realtor and I'm also a life coach. So I'm on the phone a lot. All right. So, and I could be with the client at the time that you call. So please remember to reach out. Please remember to leave a message when you reach out. All right. Other than that, I just want to make you aware of the I Speak Foxy healing event. All right. You can find I Speak Foxy on Facebook. Just as it says in the comments, I have a donation at Cash Me. I Speak Foxy. All right. I Speak Foxy is actually the Facebook page and the name of the organization. That organization focuses on women, men, and children who have experienced sexual assault and or sexual violence or domestic violence. All right. And a lot of times when you are trying to leave a situation, you leave with the clothes on your back. And, sometimes you need shelter. Sometimes you need money. Sometimes you need toiletries, clothes. So we are accepting donations. So if you could give $1, that would be awesome. All right. Now, with that being said, let's roll right into the 5 things to help you get through tough times. All right. So I was 0, 2, I literally, uh-oh. Wait. Where'd it go? There we go. Literally just woke up from what was supposed to be a nap. I was going to take a quick power nap, get up, do my live video at 12 a.m., but it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. But hey, I'm here now. So listen up. Hopefully you'll find something that you will, that you can use to help you through your tough times. So if you find value in this video, please share it because you never know who it may help. So the first thing I want you to remember when you're going through a tough time is things will change. All right. These things are temporary. It is not going to last forever. You're not going to be in this situation forever. Either way, if you end up dying in this situation, then, hey, that's something that, you have to consider. Right. And if, I would prefer that you stay on this side, but if you don't do anything to change your situation and you feel like the only thing, you can do in a domestic violence situation is just sit there and endure it. Well, the longer you sit there and endure is the longer or the more chances things could happen to make a turn for the worse. Okay. If you're in a suicidal situation and you feel like that's the only other alternative, and there's no way you can see a way out, then, imminent death is upon you. So you have to, there is an alternative. All right. And part of understanding and coming to terms with that alternative is the fact that it's temporary. You will get over this, right? And if you're having suicidal thoughts, I'm making you a deal right now. You have to watch all 60 of my videos on this Facebook. And then you have to call me, all right, before you make up your mind, okay? All right, that's my deal to you. So that's what you get for clicking on this video. All right. So that's the deal. You get to watch this video. I provide this information for you. And you have to watch all 60 of my live life videos. Okay. So it may seem like there's nothing that could possibly be done about your situation. All right. And I want you to think with me for just a moment. All right. And think about if there has been any moment, right? Any moment that you can remember in the last 48 hours where you did not crack a smile whatsoever, right? You didn't smile. You didn't laugh. You didn't chuckle. You didn't grin. Nothing made you excited. Nothing made you happy. Nothing made you laugh. Nothing made you, you didn't enjoy anything. You didn't enjoy anything, right? In the last 48 hours. I challenge you to think about that. All right. And that's how you know things are going to be temporary, because there has been a moment in your life where you have been excited. You have enjoyed things. You've had fun. All right. Especially within the last 48 hours. And if not in the last 48 hours, last 96 hours, the last week. Okay. You haven't been depressed. You haven't been anxious 24/7, 7 days a week. At some point you had to have relaxed and been caught up in the moment and thought about something that made you laugh or that made you excited. So please, by all means, keep that in mind, right? And these things are temporary. Things can change, and things will change. At some point, things will change either way. All right. So I would prefer we stay on this side of life as opposed to the other side of life, which is death. So let's focus on that. All right. One of the other things that I like to remind my clients is that, hey, you've been through tough times before. Believe it or not. If you, I don't know if you are of any age, all right, from the smallest down to the youngest down to the up to the oldest, you've been through some tough things before, right? Whether it's as a baby, tough times, you cried because you weren't able to get your bottle in time, right? And tough times when you get older is you down on your luck, your bills are due, you don't have money, accounts are overdraft, bankruptcy is imminent, and it's just one domino effect. You get fired, the car breaks down, and all these things happen. And you consider it, tough times. A couple of paychecks from being homeless. So, or a couple of paychecks from starving. There's times where, you may or may not have food, or the situation may be, so tough that you felt like you couldn't get over it, but you are here, right? You clicked on this video, okay? And for some reason, I feel like it's some divine energy or divine intervention, if you will, that you were able to click on this video. You never know that, you never know when something, you run across a post, you run across a meme, you run across a person may say something on a phone conversation, or you may hear someone talking in passing that, it speaks to you. And at that moment, you realize that, oh, wow, my situation isn't as tough as I thought it was, or as challenging as I thought it was. I have been through worse, right? Or you hear someone say or complain, or they begin to share their story, and you say, wow, I can remember going through something like that, and how I got over it. Bam, right there. You just had the epiphany that, you have been through tough times before. So this isn't uncharted waters for you. All right. You've been down before. You figured out a way to get through it, whether it was working 2 jobs, or whether it was moving back in with mom and dad, or whether you picked up a roommate, or you carpooled, used Uber, rode the bus, what have you, borrowed money from family members. You found a way to make it work. All right. And, having that experience of having those tough times and dealing with those challenges brings you to this point now, which gives you the ability to deal with the things that are coming. All right. So just keep in mind that those experiences are designed to move you forward, right? They're not designed to hold you back. Right. So you have been through tough times before, and, like I said, it will change. And I thought I had a comment. Okay. No comment. Okay. Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, Grayson. Keeping to continue off of that, keep in mind that everything it's a learning experience. And I know a lot of, I had one person inbox me and was like, everybody always says things are a learning experience, and what am I supposed to learn? Or, and they described a horrific situation and couldn't understand what they were supposed to learn from that, because they figure, because the situation was so horrifying and so traumatic, they couldn't possibly learn anything from it, right? There was nothing positive about what happened to this young man. And he could not understand why I was saying everything happens for a reason and everything happens in order for you to learn a lesson from. And he had a real issue with that. And I just explained to him that had you not had that experience, had you if you had never gone through that horrific situation or this traumatic incident that has become such a great challenge in your life, that has become such a tough thing to get over, if you hadn't experienced that, you wouldn't be here at this moment. You wouldn't be the person that you are now, right? There's no trial. I mean, you can't. Life. We didn't sign up for an easy life, right? When we signed up to incarnate into the body, right? Because we understanding that we are souls with a body, right? It's not the other way around. We're not bodies with souls. We are the soul first, all right? So the soul inhabited the body. So that was your contract. You decided, hey, I want to lower my vibration and come experience life in the physical form, right? You were word made flesh, right? And you dwelt among the rest of the people who were word and made flesh. Okay, so you decided to come down in a meat suit and experience life and experience the consciousness, subconscious and the superconsciousness, the triune of the human mind. So you want to, I mean, it's just a, that's what Earth is. It's a learning ground. It's a giant classroom. And the subject is life. Okay. That is what we come to experience. So everything that's happened to you up until this point has groomed you and given you the ability to cope on a day-to-day basis based on your physical, which is your conscious experiences, right? Which gives you your intuition, which gives you those spidey senses, like I like to call it. So it's very important that we have, some type of experience so we can learn, without those experiences, we wouldn't know what hot and cold is. We wouldn't know what up and down was. We wouldn't have anything to compare situations to, and thinking in terms of good or bad, if that's something that we still, that you haven't evolved from, you have to have something to compare to. If you had never been with a quote unquote bad boyfriend, you wouldn't know what a good boyfriend was, right? Or you never had a good job. You always had a bad job that you had to, work your fingers to the bone. You got paid, less than you deserve, but now that you have a better job, you're not working as hard, but you're making, twice as much money, and it's a easier job. You would consider that a good job, right? So without that, we don't have those experiences. So please be thankful for the learning experiences. We need those. Those are very, very important for our day-to-day coping skills. All right. It's not, don't look at it as, oh, this was so horrific. This is so traumatic. There was nothing I could possibly learn from it. You went through that in order for you to help someone else, who has gone through that. So if I never experienced life in the Army, I wouldn't be able to talk about life in the Army. If I hadn't experienced a friend of a veteran that was close to me while I was in the Army who committed suicide, I wouldn't be able to talk about, I have other suicidal experiences from, just because I've worked in that field. But I'm able to talk about that, right? So, and if I hadn't had a domestic violence situation, I wouldn't be able to speak about it. So you want to be able to, it's just better when you've had some experience in life, so you can, so you're able to talk about things. So you're able to share how you feel, and you're able to relate to other people, and how, you can help them. And it just, when you've experienced things, you can relate to other people, and it helps. All right. And it helps that you yourself have been through some things in life. All right. It's just like a lot of people, they'll seek counseling, or they'll seek marriage counseling from somebody who's single, or somebody who's never had a husband, or who's never had a wife, or they listen to somebody who's not in a relationship. Right. And it's like, why are you listening to someone who's not in a relationship? Which, I'm not saying all of their advice is garbage. I'm just saying, you want to lean towards getting advice from somebody who's actually doing what it is that you want to do, who's actually working in the field in which you want to be. If you want to be a football player, you don't want to go and shadow a trash man all day. You want to go shadow a professional football player, and if you want to be a trash man, you're not going to say, hey, Mr. Football Player, I want to learn how to be a trash man. The football player is going to say, no, I don't know how to be a trash man. I play football for a living. Oh, okay. And the trash man is going to say, no, I don't know how to play football for a living. I'm a trash man. I pick up and empty and process trash for a living. So, you have to have those experiences in order to deal with things on a day-to-day basis, and deal with people who need your help. So you going through things may not even be for you. It may be for you to help someone later on down the line. Okay. Excuse me. At the same time, have fun. Everybody, they take life so seriously. And they can never laugh. You're never excited about anything. You're very, very, closed-minded, right? And you have this, sometimes we get caught up in how we think life should be. And we think that we should take everything seriously, take everything literally, take everything to heart, right? And it makes us very, very closed off when we're talking about the expansion and the activation of the heart chakra, right? The heart chakra is where we feel compassion, empathy, sympathy, is where we love, right? And your heart is really your place of understanding, right? And when that's closed off, we don't have a sense of humor. We don't laugh about anything. Nothing excites us. We're just kind of in this depressed state, or we're in this anxious state, and we're not present enough within ourselves or with ourselves to even laugh or smile at things that really makes us happy. We may, at some point we'll smile, but we go back into that, we open up the heart chakra for just a moment, and then we close it back down because we feel like our situation, is never going to get better. And, there's no fun or enjoyment in life. Right. And like I said earlier, there was some time within this last week that you've had fun. All right. Whether if it was laughing at coworkers, laughing with family, your best friend called and made you laugh, or they made you get out and come take a walk, or they made you get up and go work out, or, they just spent time with you and, made you feel like, hey, this is something that, I want to, and I'm thinking about a situation where, this yesterday morning, I was I got up to go work out, and I usually don't well, in the past, I haven't asked Foxy to work out because, she's not a morning person. And this week she is really, really trying, and she's done an excellent job. And we talked the other day, and she was like, I just need you to, keep motivating me and keep, waking me up no matter how much I complain, because I need to work out. Right. So I just thought about that, and I just smiled. Just right there. I just reflected on the moment, reflected on the memory, and I smiled. It made me, I couldn't hide it. It was right there in the camera. You caught it, right? So it's possible. So and I thought about that, and it made me smile, and that was fun and exciting. Her, getting up to come work out with me. It was pretty cool. We've worked out on and off before, but this week she's been very, very consistent, and she's worked out with me, and I'm excited about it. So, have fun, man. That's going to be my last thing. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But yeah, so, everything for number one, just take a quick review. Number one, everything will change. All right. This is a temporary situation that you're going through. It's going to get better. You have to overcome challenges in life. And you have been through tough times before. So don't feel like, you can't figure this out. You can figure this out. You will get through this. All right. Number three, it's a learning experience. So, always get, always learn, always pull something positive out of the situation, right? If you can't see anything positive in the situation, then it's not going to be an experience that you're going to learn from, because you're going to stay bitter and upset that it happened, and you're not going to learn anything from it, right? Because your mind is going to be closed, and you're going to feel like you've been betrayed. Somebody got the best of you, and, you begin to detach from the memory and suppress it, as opposed to dealing with the memory or dealing with the situation and actually learning from it. Right. So there's a reason why things happen to you, and you have to remember and understand that it happened for a reason and what you were supposed to learn from it. All right. That's three things. And I actually need to do another one. And allowing yourself to have fun, right? Smile, joke, laugh, hang out with that funny friend that always makes you laugh, because it always makes you feel good to get that dopamine going in. And it is a very, very valuable resource to have a laugh provider in your circle. All right. So last thing I'm going to leave you with is be patient with yourself. Okay. Be patient. Understanding that if you're in a domestic violence situation, it's going to take time for you to heal those wounds, right? It's going to take time for you to build up your confidence. It's going to take time for you to build up your courage, right? You're going to experience rejection. You're going to have flashbacks. You're going to have times where you're afraid, times that you're fearful, right? Feel those emotions, feel those feelings, feel through them entirely. Don't block them, right? Allow them, embrace those feelings, right? And let those feelings become a part of you, right? Don't detach from them and don't block them out, okay? Because you want to feel that experience. So now, as you begin to feel through the experience, you will reflect on how you got to that situation. And getting to that situation brings you to the realization that, oh, wow, at this point, this was my point of where I needed to be. That was my warning, right? And that was the point where I needed to be attentive and pay attention to what was going on at that particular time and how I dealt with it. So going forward, I don't just react to things. I begin to respond, because now I have uh, a thought process, right, that supports my critical thinking skills in making the best decision for myself, right? And just keep in mind, self-preservation is the number one thing. If you're not alive to help yourself, then you're not going to be alive to help anyone else. All right. So, keep that in mind. It's just being patient with yourself is something that it's right up there with trying to forgive yourself. Right. It's something that has to happen. You have to be patient, and you are not going to heal overnight. So don't be in a rush to put yourself in a situation where you will repeat the experience. All right. Take some time, sift through the things that you've gone through, sift through the situation, and analyze it from as if you were outside the experience and judging it for yourself. And when I say judge, I don't mean decide what is right or wrong, or, I don't mean that. What I mean is take an outside look at your situation, maybe journal your entire situation, how you got into the situation, what happened while you were in the situation, how did you get through it, right? And where are you at this point? Start to journal that. That way, when you reread that and you're looking at that, take your highlighter and highlight different parts where, you saw an opportunity to overcome the situation, but you ignored it, right? Highlight those points. So that way, when you go back to them, you can say, all right, I got to this point before in my last relationship, or I got to this point in this last situation, and now I no longer need that because I've been through that before. So now I see the red flags, I recognize them, and I need to disconnect from them because they no longer serve me. All right. So that's what I want to leave you with, guys. Just be patient with yourself. All right. That'll be my last point. So 5 things to help you get through your tough times. Like I said, I hope this has helped you out in some type of way. If you found value in the video, please share it. All right. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are watching a replay, make sure you let me know where you're from. Give me a quick shout out so I can see how far this video is getting. All right. Listen, y'all take it easy. Try not to do too much. Live life to the fullest. Peace.